Fighter 6. Fighter 6. Fighter 6. Fighter 6. Fighter 6. Fighter 6.
Next up, stage selection.
Ranger's Hut.
We are at the character select screen. Let's see who our fighters choose.
Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strifing and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they gon' say regardless. Not afraid to fail, I try my hardest. Power up, the time is now, I got this. I'm on fire like the darkness. I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine. You ain't gotta really like me, but you must respect me. I'm saying, if they ever try to check me, ain't gon' let them wreck me. The pain remains. Gotta remind myself where I came from and represent. The struggle made the realest man you ever met. Isn't it evident? Ain't stopped before, not planning on stopping now. I'm tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight them all, boy. The time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends here, you know that I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind and they ain't built them like me. Vision myself a champion, one day I might be. Proud of what I see from the man in the mirror. A real freedom fighter, got a problem, what's the deal? Everybody know that I always keep it real. I fall down, I get up, I keep pushing still. They recognize I'm a champion. I did it all, even what they say can't be done. I wear my stripes proud, I raise my flag high, and I'ma stay free till the day I die. Survivalist, heroic as a tiger is. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strifing and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, all right, let's keep on going cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they gon' say regardless. Not afraid to fail, I try my hardest. Power up, the time is now, I got this. I'm on fire like the darkness. Been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill them my blessings.
Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
This makes perfect that I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Showtime!
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Will the drive parry here open things up for them? So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. On dangerous turf, easy to get tagged at this range. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first, they have a big advantage here. Aiming for meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. goes for the fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Trying to read each other here? Who's it gonna be? Anything could happen here. Okay, creating some space here. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Time's the only thing moving here. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Not much time left in this round. Feeling out the spacing. There's only 10 seconds left. This is the final push. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Knew they had the life lead and decided to take the win by running out the clock instead.
Round 2. Fight.
Sandblast! How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Long, low attack hits. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. A super art? The super doesn't hit. Jumps? Uses the gauge for a super art. Sandblast. What'll happen here? Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Jumps in. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Takes in the throw. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Shoots off a fireball up close. Not having the cross-up. Some fine spacing and timing. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Low heavy. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Impact's a no-go. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? No knockdown hits them with a stop and block. Drumming up a beatdown. Good instincts to spend resources while they have them to tack on more damage. Showing some real tenacity, experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Taking no prisoners. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Fireball from very long. What's next here? The super armor does its job. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Next up, these two fighters are perfectly synced. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Anything could happen here. Holds out with the block. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Brushes off the impact. Time's the only thing moving here. Projectile to try and change the situation. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. There's only 20... Ooh, lands a rising upper KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Air slasher. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Misses the drive impact. Miss your mark with an impact and you're open to a punish. The overhead breaks the rhythm and shakes things up. Knockdown and smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player 1 ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 1 is dominating this match. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Their will to win is really being tested here. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Genius read. Pokes with a medium kick. Just goes for it at this range. Both fighters planning something? Now, can they finish the job? Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Misses the grab. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's the KO? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Had the radar up and running. Grabs them. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. Handily escapes the throw. These two fighters are perfectly synced. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Trips them up. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Are they going to fill up their super meter for a small advantage or concentrate on the offensive? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. There's still lots of time in this round. Expect both fighters to crank it up a bit now that we're halfway through the round. Knockdown. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Impact's a no-go. Oh! Absorbs the attack and fires back. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. All right, experience KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
The low heavy's blocked. Lands a punish counter for the first hit. The rapid fire fist sends him up. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive arm. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Jumps? What's the next move? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. They were right to be on guard there. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 1, Neat blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 1, oh, what's this? This is gonna be bad news. Coming, uses the gauge for a super arm. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Taking no prisoners. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Next up, these two fighters are perfectly synced. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Taking stock. Holds out with a block. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. Long low attack hits. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps in. Goes for the super art. All right, what's coming up next? This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Shows the move. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Going in. Closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Slips the grab. Reads the throw and shuts it down. Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. Can't tech the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Sandblast. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Rips the slasher out. Jumps. What's the next move? Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. Blocks it. Genius read. Blocks the low heavy and showing some real tenacity. Looking for a chance. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Ooh, what's this? What's going to happen? Digs in deep to get that driving. A quick breather. Shows a medium impact squash. Medium kick hit. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. The throw is denied. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Their spacing is so on point it corrects them. Player two can't use it. The drive impact doesn't work. There's a drive impact. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be?
Hey!
Doesn't tech the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Who's going to steal this win? Player one managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. The low heavy is brushes that off and keeps going. They return to center stage. Turning it right up with the super. Burns the gauge and it's showtime. It's the weekend pleasure. Go get up and get down. What will they do next? The pace of the round is going to pick up. Drive impact misses. Throws them. Wow reads the counterattack. What's next? Player one connects with the throw. Oh, they switch sides. Oh, here we go. Player two overhead, but it won't work. Player two side switch. Amazing. The drive impact doesn't work. Impact squashed. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Gotta do better than that. The low block. Almost out of time. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. They are done. Player two has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jump! Oh my, the throw tech. Awesome. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? still very early in the round. Knockdown. The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Deftly shuts out the jumping. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Throws him down. All right. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Player one chases them down. Takes the chance to hurt him. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Takes a trip. Jumps in. Can't take the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Gets scooped from down low. Big throws. Knockdown and player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Blocks the impact. Smart play with the throw. Both fighters planning something? Oh, says no to the impact. Genius read. Player, the low kick hits. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of anti-air in the clutch? Finishes with the throw. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Smart choice. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going cause you got heart. Let's dance. I'm not
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
Motivated. They try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you not supposed to make it. When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
The top player is here.
Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Lots of aggression from both sides. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive lead. This might be prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. Player two chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Perfect time to spend the meter. Takes a trip. Well-timed corner switch. Player two will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Will that drive impact get punished? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Reacts to the throw. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Time's the only thing moving here. Knockdown. A clutch drive move here can close out this round for either fighter. Denies the low heavy. Sees it coming and blocks it out. What'll happen here? The overhead's good. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Jumps up, closing moments of the match. Finishes with the throw. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with. but how they make their approach will be key. Overdrive ought to give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Knockdown and cuts in with the drive impact. Goes for the jump-in. A super art. Bring in the heat. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Hits him with a stopping block. Turning it right up with the super. It's the level one. Breaking with some serious style. Player one drops him to half, closing the gap. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here the drive impact doesn't work. Not much life left. The drive gauge difference could tip the pumps, the brakes on the impact. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe, crowns them from above. They're running out of time. What are they gonna do? Oh, low heavy, but no go. Sets up with the what a finish. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. A jump, drive, in fact misses. The low block, low heavy. The throw is denied. This is gonna hurt. This can lead to some big damage. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player two with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Impact squat. Keeps them out. Pumps the brakes on the impact. The low kick hits. Medium kick. Raw super hard incoming. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Breaking on them to lay down some damage without giving up ground. Player one, it knew the throw was coming. They've got about half life left. Sticks out a kick. The low. Throws him. Amazing. Impact squashed. Oh my god, the fighting got the perfect read. Closes it out. One more. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps in. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. A low heavy hit. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Throws him down. Takes a trip. Very solid corner. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Knockdown. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. It's the level one. Breaking with some serious style. Taking stock. Player one chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. They need blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. He bends the meter. Hoping for a good rip ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player two with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Blocks the low heavy and decides to meet them in the air. Throws them to negate the block. Good work staying in throw range there. Player one is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Dashes forward. Big throws. Both fighters. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Digs in deep to get that drive in. The Dragon Lash Flame gets in there. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else.
You know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I take my part. They like, keep on going, cause you got hard. They know that.
Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're ready for business.
They try to say I'm overrated.
All right,
If you
I'm
from
ready.
where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities are- When it's all said and done.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Saw that low heavy coming. The low is denied. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Tons of drive and health to work with. Oh! Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Will this decision pay off for them? Sees it coming and blocks it out. Taking stock. Long low attack hits. Decides to meet them in the air. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Will this super art connect? Oops, they were anticipating that super art. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Impact's a no-go. Sees it coming and blocks it out. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Going in there! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Immediate jump in. Throws them to negate the block. That drive impact is blocked. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Hits them with a stop and bop. Looking for a chance. Blocks the impact. Breaks those shins. They were expecting that drive impact. This is a turning point. This is gonna be bad news. Going in, blocks it. Drive impact misses. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player 2, there's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Forward throw, laying the pressure on Finn. Hit that with confidence. What's next? A real test of nerves here. Jumps in. Side switch in the corner. Gotta do better than that. They push their way up. What's this Shikuhara gonna do? What are they gonna do? Oh my, the throw tech. They'll run excellent block. No lapse in judgment goes unpunished. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. They break things off to take a quick breather. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Goes for the drive rush there. Impacts a no-go. Does a good job of pushing back. All right, what's coming up next? Throws them. What's next? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Reads their mind and texts a throw. They break things off to take a quick breather. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Decides to puff up while they can. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Oh, easy tech. They gotta keep their eye on the timer. Holds out with the block. There's only 10 seconds left. This is the final push. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Life lead opens up. The fighters are out of time. It happens, though, when the fighters are evenly matched. Player 1 with a big first-round pickup. Can they close it out? Who's going to start things off? Shows a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump-in. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. They gotta be careful here because a full drive gauge can erase what life they have left in a flash. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Jumps in, reads their mind and texts a throw. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? They were expecting that drive impact. Walks across a good read. Blocks it well. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Midway point of a hits him with a stop and bop. Halfway through this round. Still lots of time left in this fight. Super Hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Both fighters planning something? Cuts in with the drive impact. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Barely blocks the jump in. 20 seconds hits him with a stop and bop. Come on, it's either now. Ooh, what a smart throw. Going in? Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super arc. The drive impact doesn't work. There's fires off the Shikru Hadouken. What's next? There's a drive impact. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes for the jump in. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Is that a good decision? Gets a chance with that jump in. Shows the overhead. The low doesn't connect. Cross up block. Spot on blocking. From up above. Misses the drive impact. In a dire situation, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Blocks the low heavy. That drive impact is blocked. Hits him with a stop and bop. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Holds out with the block. Jumps up. Blocks the impact. From upstairs. Were they baiting them into that? Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 with a big first-round pickup. Can they close it out? Are we going to see some fireworks here? That drive impact is blocked. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Will gain control of the match and rushes that off and keeps going. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. From upstairs. You gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Excellent block. Crowns him from above. That's not gonna hit. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Both sides. The drive impact doesn't work. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Low heavies. Oh, gotta do better than that. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Barely blocks the jump-in. Jumps? There's a burnout. All whip and pumps the brakes on the impact. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that the flatline's in. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Forcefully closes the gap. That drive impact is blocked. We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. How will our fighters use this time to create chances for themselves? Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player two needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Rising uppercut. They gotta take advantage of this drive differential. Player two creates a good corner opportunity, experiencing burnout. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player two has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. Looking for a chance. Checks them with the projectile. The throw leaves them wide open. The round comes to a close. They barely escaped that. Player two wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Down to the wire. Digs in deep to get that drive impact. Punishes there with the drive impact. Really laying on the pressure. Impact's a no-go. Got a drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Hits them with a stop and pop. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player two needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Looking for a chance. Jumps in. The drive impact doesn't work. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Shows a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump-in. Impact squat. Wrecks them. Quick springs forward with the driver. Doesn't set the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Sandblast. The last round. It's now or never. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Fires without warning. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What'll happen here? Both absolutely good decision with that throw. What's next? Player two needs to use the threat of the low heavy. Cross that off.
Hey now, where you going?
Closes in. Amazing. Gotta do better than that. A jump in? The jump in is the drive impact doesn't work. Dangerous range here. Oh, they switch sides. Connects with a sandblast. Only 50% life. The low kick hits. Pumps the brakes on the impact. A jump. Betting it all on the drive rush. Player 1 can't let this sit. Oh, drive rush. Impact squashed. Medium kick. The drive impact doesn't work. A real test of nerves here. Gotcha. About 20 seconds left. Oh, and nothing parry. My turn. Time's almost. More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Super out of nowhere. The big brains of this competitor is unreal.
You're kidding me!
Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a
Smart choice. DJ.
That I'm already a veteran. So success
We
is
gon'
my
break it
medicine.
up.
Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
Never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Showtime, baby! Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Shows the overhead. Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Easily escapes. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What's the play here? Holds out with the block. The low kick is blocked. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Strings it all together. Neither fighter is willing to perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Hits them with a stopping block. Overdrive jackknife. Scrapping it out up close. Blocks it. Rolling soba. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Barely blocks the jump in. Pops him with a shoryu. Going in. Oh, says no to the impact. Blocks the impact. Hits him with a stopping block. Dashes up. Excellent block. Gotta do better than that. Medium kick hits. Can they create an opportunity? Sets up with the jump in attack range. Fires off an air slash. Can this drive bring them back? They're in range. How did they anticipate that jump in? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Sneaks in above. Both players look for something to work. Knock them out of the air. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Huge dance after that wall splash. Now that's how you use an impact. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Make smart use of the gauge. Good super. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge. Excellent block. This is the time to believe in your abilities. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Medium kick. What are they gonna do? Medium kick into... Nice air slash. This is gonna hurt. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player 1 Gotta do better than that. The jump in closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Manages to block the jump in attack. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. The impact gets blocked. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Knockdown. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Shoots off a fireball up close. Neither of them willing to back off. Player one needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Feeling out the spacing. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The jump in is denied. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers can turn this KO. Player one takes up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Shows a medium kick. Scrapping it out up close. Hits him with a stopping bomb. This is gonna be bad news. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. What'll happen here? Player one will look to apply pressure here. Blocks the impact. Oh, says no to the impact. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Blocks the low, brushes that off and keeps going. Running up a beatdown. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player one drops them to half, closing the gap. They return to center stage. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Jumps in. Oh, they switch sides. Hits them with a stopping bomb. The net turning it right up with a super. Cashes out with a triple G. Flatlines them. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
A jump in. Close range projectile. Slow baton. Impact squat. Player two is in a very good spot to cross that off. Dazzles them with a flurry. Puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive arc. Looking for a hole, connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. Drops him hard. Medium kick into. Anti-air in the clutch. The drive impact doesn't work. Gotta do better than that. Dangerous range here. Scuffle. Brings down the waning moon on him. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Even the slightest hit may end the round. Impact squat. Too far for the throw to connect. A fireball at that range. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. The low doesn't connect. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The impact gets blocked. Blocks the jump in. Checks with the projectile. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Connects with medium kick. Goes for the super art. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. What'll happen here? They need to rely on their instincts here. The jump in is denied. A quick breather. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Blocks it. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Nails the anti-air. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? That drive impact is blocked. Knockdown and... Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Jumps up. Hits them with a stopping block. The rapid fire fist sends them up. Good instincts to spend resources while they have them to tack on more damage. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Jumps. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Super clutch corner switch. Jumps in. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Blocks the low kick. The last round. It's now or never. Medium kick. The throw missed. Still brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the crowns them from above. Drive impact misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Jump. And whiffs. They're wide open. Both sides getting ready. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Ooh, you never trust that off. Going in. Amazing. Looking for a hold. It's gotta do better than that. Close range projectile. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Keeps them out. Drive impact misses. The jump in is denied. What is it? Impact squash. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Connects with the throw. Oh, they changed sides. What? Oh my, the throw tech. They're running out of time. Can they use their drop clutch anti-air? Noticeable life lead is a come throws. Dangerous range here. Jump! Oh, yo! Raw super here! Player 1 escapes the round by the skin of their teeth. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the what it wants to do first. Still plenty of time left. Feeling out the spacing. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Blocks the jump in. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Trips them up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Oh, these two fighters are perfectly synced. Both fighters may be looking to risk going in with an empty SA gauge so they can fill it quickly. Taking stock. Absorbs the attack and fires back. The low heavy hits. Grabs them. Knockdown. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Checks with a medium kick. G-right kick for a mix-up. The jump-in is denied. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Springs forward with the drive rush. Taking stock. Next hit will end the round. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? There's only 20 seconds remaining. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown and... who will capitalize on an opening first? Tense in there! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The low heavy is denied. Are we going to see some fireworks here? The jump-in is denied. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Going in, super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. A quick breather. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Hits them with a stop and bomb. Drumming up a beatdown. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Player two will need to use their meter here wisely. Not so fast. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Keeps them out. Excellent block. Medium kick. Gotta be careful, not goes to the air. Blocks it. A thunderous drive impact to close the round. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Oh, yeah! Jumps in. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Throws them to negate the block. Was well in range to score the throw. Still slugging it out here. Good parry there, and parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Just out of range for that throw. From up above. Oh, with the throw. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. All right, what? Sneaks in the throw. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Holds out with the block. Rushes that off and keeps going. Gets carried to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Big throws. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Jumps in. What's the next move? Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. The drive impact is just goes for it at this range. Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Looking for a chance, brushes that off and keeps going. Drumming up a beatdown. It's a good spot to use the super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. Are they dead? Oh, they're dead! What a way to close it out! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
The last round. It's now or never. Grabs and throws them away. Crowns them from above. That feeling out phase is over. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Anti-air in the clutch. This is gonna hurt. Excellent block. Hits him with a stop and bomb. Looking to follow up after that. The throw is denied. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Solid anti-air. Player two has the super gauge advantage. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Oh, he flashes them with a jackknife. Both absolutely refuse, drops him hard. Impact squash.
Hit that with confidence.
Noticeable life lead is a comeback still burns out.
Dazzles them with a flurry.
These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take it?
Do they have what it takes to steal the round here?
Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Player one can't use any baits out the low kick. They gotta dig down deep.
Fires off an air slasher.
Oh my God! This fight, no one could have called that. Player one clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that goodness. Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Shows the medium kick, hits them with a stop and bop. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Gets a good read on their opponent. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Time's the only thing moving here. Oh! Punish counter. This could lead to something big. In a dire situation. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
The low heavy is denied. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Brushes off the impact. Forcefully closes the gap. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Unfazed by the switch and block, hits them with a stop and bop. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Drumming up a beatdown. A quick breather. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Experiencing burnout. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very connects with the throw. Medium kick hits. Knocked him out of the air. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart throw. Noticeable life lead. Doesn't get the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Connects with medium kick. Sets up with the jump in. Rushes that off and keeps going. Throws him. Player one is in a very good tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Connects with the throw. The drive impact doesn't work. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Plenty of health, full gauges, excellent block. Impact squash. Here comes the brakes on the impact. Sets up with the jump in. Medium kick. There's a burnout. Player two is in burnout, throws them. What now? Wrecks them. Player, a rare chance here. They gotta do something. Super hard to show them what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Is it over? Will they survive? It just gets there. Perfection. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else.
But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine.
Sure thing.
So you
Let's
know I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
You ain't gotta don't really like me, but you must respect me.
I'll show you strong.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Shows the overhead. Tons of drive and health to work with. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Reads their mind and texts the throw. Player 2 chases them down. Sees it coming and blocks it out. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Life lead opens up. The jump in is denied. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. From up above. Time's the only thing moving here. Player 2 can't afford to keep going on the offensive. Throws them to negate the block. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Little time left.
Oh, how did they spot that?
Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Pounces on their prey with a wild hunt.
Backstep rolling attack. Jumps in. Side switch in the corner. Gets out of the corner. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Super Arts on deck, brushes that off and keeps going. This is gonna be bad news. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
Turning all 3 bars for the ground speed cannonball. Unleashing the beast.
Player 2 is not in a good place health-wise, but with the Super Art in play, it's still KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life.
All right, let's get it.
You know that it's my time. Rock till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy.
Marisa.
Like I can fight
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
no weekends, yeah, you know that I'm a star.
I live for battle.
I've been struggling for years.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Fight with all.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the throw. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Opts for the throw. What's the play here? Hold your breath. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Grabs them. Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Throws them. What's next? Life lead opens up.
Were they baiting them into that?
Adds a little super juke. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
He puts the super armor to good use.
I gotcha.
Throws them to negate the block. Brushes that off and keeps going. They were expecting that drive impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Now you know history.
Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Going in? Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has the deck stacked against them. Can in there! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. The last round. It's now or never. There's a change of sides. Steals back a chance. Rushes that off and keeps going. Both players look for something. The drive impact doesn't work. This is gonna hurt. All the throw connects. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. You gotta do better than that. Punish counter sets the table. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Takes him down with a pale rider. Time for some ground and pound. Player one drops that off. This is the time to believe in your ability. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh, here we go. Dangerous range here. Clutch anti-air. This can lead to some big damage. Pumps the brakes on the impact. A jump in? Are you kidding me? Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. We are going back to the character select screen. Looks like they noticed something not in their favor.
It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
Smart choice. The bell is rung. No weekend gigs, you know that when it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Gotta do round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Deftly shuts out the jumping. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Trips them up. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Knockdown. No good up high. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 2 chases them down. Takes a trip. Dashes forward. Blocks the impact. The jump in is denied. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Each hit is so important here. They are one move away from the win. Gets tagged by the fireball. Player 2 picks up the first round. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Sandblast! They're at the center. Hits them with a stopping block. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full clip. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They got to be careful. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Oh, what's this? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Shippo Jinrai hits. Good damage option there. Player 1 might just wreck them. Ooh, what a smart throw. Knockdown and there's a burnout. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Who's gonna take it? Medium kick. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starts things off with a jump in, connects with the throw. Manages to block the jump in attack. Ooh, does him dirty. Excellent jump in. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter again. Impact squash. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. All the throw connects. Both sides getting ready. The drive impact doesn't work. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Things are very tense as this exchange continues. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. At the midway point of the... Nothing stops this train! Turning it right up with a super! Uh-oh. This would really tip the scale. Lands the super! Time for dessert! There's the drive impact! Jumps! Oh my god, what a throw tech! Player 2 has the super gauge advantage! Escapes the corner, throws them! What now? Both hurting for some drive gauge. What are they gonna do? 20 seconds to go. The end's in sight. Time's almost up. The lone block. I can't believe it. Player 2 brings the impaler. And squashed. Oh my... What's gonna happen?
Time over.
Player 2 is gonna be watching
watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else.
All right, let's get it. But life's been trying me, I learned my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to... Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine. You ain't gotta really like. If they ever try to check me, I ain't gonna let them wreck me. The pain remains. You ever met? Isn't it evident? Ain't stopped before, not planning on stopping now. Survivalist, heroic as a tigeress. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young. Super
It's like they want to rethink their choice.
I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they gon' say regardless. Not afraid to fail, I drive my heart. I'm on fire like the darkness.
Time to select a stage.
Main Street.
I've been a failure, right? Let's get it. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been better me. If practice makes perfect, then I'm already a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine. You ain't gotta really like me, but you must respect me. I'm saying, if they ever try to check me, I ain't gonna let them wreck me. The pain remains. Made the realest.